5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right, everybody. Here we are live with Neve. It is 10 o'clock a.m. on the East Coast. We're here in beautiful Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, and we're looking out. The New York City skyline is glistening in the background. A little smoggy here today, but I have no complaints. Today we have a really great show. We got some cool musicians. We have our usual hosts, Julie, myself. We have Mike Imperato, and our man from the middle of the country, Irish. Hopefully, Toby Simmons will be joining us as well. I'm going to have to send her a link, but I'm hoping if she's up on the West Coast. Toby is our girl in LA, and she's just the best. If you're out in Los Angeles, actually, if you're anywhere in the world, she'll promote you and do a great job for you. So it's been one hell of a week. I'm glad we're here at Friday, and I hope you all are having a great week. Today's guests, let me start. We have Linda Marks. Linda has a new album out. She's a singer-songwriter. She's excellent. Good morning, Kim. I can just tell you she has some new songs. The album is called Moments of Love, and it is excellent. I really have enjoyed the cuts I've listened to. And then we have for our guest at 9:30, we have Ronnie D, the Superstars. He doesn't have his superstars with you, but it's okay because with him in the room, there's enough talent in that fellow to make up for not having the band. If you've ever been in the Florida, actually, he's been all over. His dad is Joey D of the Starlighters, and so he comes from a fine musical family. Hi, Veronica. Welcome. Veronica's calling us from a long way away, and she's actually staying up to see us because in Australia, I don't know, they're 12 hours ahead of us, so I guess it's tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Lawrence Juber's. That replay, the whole show, is available on YouTube. Okay, so then this afternoon, I have from Maynard Ferguson's band, I have the amazing Billy Halting. All I can say, he has a show called Live. It's 0 beats per minute. It's an excellent, if you love jazz, and I have to tell you, if you need a percussionist, he's not cheap, but he's a monster. He's one of the, he's different than my friend, percussionist Goombi Ortiz, who does my theme song, which before I bring everybody on, our theme song has been getting crap from YouTube. We don't have the rights to it. I was given this song by Goombi to use for the show. So I called him the other day and he's sending me the publishing info, and I'm going to go ahead and tell YouTube to jam it because as Julie's responded to him, we have the rights to it. And then we used some stock music and they tried to copyright us on that, which is all crap. Isn't it, Jules? What do you think?
Oh, my God. Oh, good morning. All my years in broadcasting, never. I mean, I'm playing by all the same rules, right? In broadcasting. Right. And, you got to have this amount of time for somebody, or you can, whatever. Everything is copyrighted. Everything we own. Everything, it's stock footage, which is already sold and bought. So I own it every time I use it. Goombi gave you permission, and he's sending you this copyright stuff. And when I wrote out to,
go ahead. I was just gonna say, isn't it fun to occasionally screw back with the tech lords? They're such dicks as a general rule. I mean, I hate to say it, they're gonna steal everything from every musician live. And anyway, don't get me going.
Well, here's the thing. Well, the thing is, they got to remember it's a symbiotic relationship because if we're not there,
Yes.
that they don't function and they lose their
I know.
business. So there's more of us than there are of them, like it always. Stop the fucking leak before you stop the fucking flood. So go after them, let them know how it works, say goodbye, see ya. We all, jam together and say, fuck you, Facebook, fuck you, YouTube. We're going to create our own platform.
I'm so disappointed in you, Julie, resorting to such profane and vulgar language on our show.
Oh, yeah. I've
never
done
if
that.
we were on terrestrial radio, how much we'd fucking get fined every day. And for anybody watching, don't. If we say bad words and stuff or we make fun of people, please don't take it personal. Don't be a fainting goat, okay? If you are, turn it off right now. The show comes with a disclaimer. In our comedy, we may offend anybody, anything, your sacred cows in particular. If you have sacred cows, we're going to skewer them. That's all we do. But welcome. Let's see let's bring on Irish and say hello to him.
Hey, Irish.
Good morning.
What is going on? I am in Rock City, Detroit, at the Detroit grooming right now, and it's raining.
My sympathy.
Cats and dogs. Of course it is.
Oh.
Why wouldn't it be?
You're catching dogs, huh? Do you have any video of that?
I should get video of it when I do it. It's kind of funny because I can never catch them, and they tease me because I'm not fast enough.
That's funny. Well, we'll be talking a little bit. Irish is our newest host or co-host, and he's been with us a couple of months, but we've been friends for a long time. If you're interested, guys, check out the YouTube, my interview with Irish. It was the first time I met you. You'd mind if I share your history? Can I share your history?
Share away, my friend, share away.
Okay, I'm going to share this briefly.
Absolutely.
Irish, I read about him. And he had been falsely imprisoned for 24 years for the crime of capital murder of his father. He served 24 years in that shithole, completely innocent. The Innocence Project, if I remember correctly, got involved with your case.
The Innocence Project became involved, but it was a different law firm that ended up getting me out. There's a longer story to it, but
sure. Do you want to pimp the law firm real quick?
Oh, Miller, Canfield, Paddock, and Stone. They're a worldwide firm, absolutely amazing, incredible lawyers. And, you don't normally say lawyer and incredible people in the same sentence, but let me tell you something, everybody down there, they're just absolutely amazing, and they saved my life. Well,
I hate all attorneys, but mine and yours, they're a necessary evil. They're the last stop. So I don't really hate on lawyers much unless they're screwing with me. My ex's divorce lawyer, I have a picture of him in a seersucker suit. I once got arrested for contempt of court for telling the opposing counsel that I just admired the hell out of that seersucker suit and his straw hat. I told him I was going to go to Barney's here in the city and get one.
That normally doesn't go over well.
It didn't go over good. I ended up overnight in the county jail. It was not fun. But, I have a smart-ass tendency, in case anybody hasn't noticed. And I did think he was rather snappy in the suit, but I think I made him self-conscious about it.
And I tell you, there's nothing quite like a sharp-dressed man.
Absolutely, man. The ladies love you, In fact, I'm wearing a shirt that I bought in Florida, cufflinks and all. I was at my daughter's wedding a couple of years ago and had to hit Men's Warehouse tank up for the gig. And so I just found it today. I have not worn this since the rehearsal dinner. It's just been sitting in a closet. I'm not a big cufflink kind of guy. It's just another thing for me to lose.
Well, you're looking quite snappy. Quite snappy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. That is correct. See, look at this. This is the reason why they put Velcro on my shoes and shit. Even the cufflinks are falling out. I'm just not – a cufflink's just something that I would lose like guitar picks, and I'll find a whole cufflink army somewhere in a black hole. I'm
guilty of the guitar pick thing. I think I have 47 guitar picks in each room of my house, and I can't find not one of them.
Yeah, my girlfriend just brings them up by the handful when she's doing the laundry. But okay, so listen, we've been chatting. I have a private message here. Let's see what this is about.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Mike, come on. Let's see what you're doing.
I'm on.
All right.
First of all, guys,
Mike Imperato.
Let me tell you how fucking Facebook sucks my asshole. So I'm on one of my camping groups. I'm on one of my camping groups the other day, and some scammers putting that work from home bullshit. So everybody's saying, get this shit off this page, get this crap off this page. So I said, get this shit off this page. I reported to the administrator. So the lady says to me, this is how you sign up. So all I responded was, go to hell. 30-day suspension on Facebook. I can't rant on my own page for 28 and a half more days. They suck. So you can't even say, you can't explain to them, hey, what about policing some of these scammers on here? It is so out of control. So now go to hell is considered bullying. It's just I had to create another profile under Mike Imp. It's absolutely asinine. So now on my regular Mike Imperado's rants, I can't rant for almost a month. Facebook sucks. It's so freaking horrible. They suck. But now that's not what even has me crazy this week. So Delta Airlines, they suck worse than Facebook. So I go online. I was going to try and change a flight. So it says, put in the information. Okay, this flight cannot be changed online. Please call this number. Okay. You call the number. The first time I was on hold for 3 hours. So I screw it. I'll try the text message option and see how that works. Give them the information. We'll be with you shortly. 45 minutes, somebody answers the text. They want all the information again. I said, you already have the freaking information. I said, okay, so now I said to the guy, if you could text me, how come you can't freaking pick up the phone and we can talk about this? He says, that's not how it works. I said, I'm not asking you video chat. I know you're probably home right now jerking off while you're texting me this freaking information.
No.
I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're wearing. I just want to get this flight changed. Now, after 45 minutes of having this guy texting back and forth, he says, oh, this flight, you cannot change this flight under any circumstances. Why didn't they say that on the freaking, when I went on the internet and tried to change the flight instead of saying, oh, you got to call this number? I says to the guy, well, these people don't want to do shit. And eventually, are you going to ask if one of the passengers can fly the freaking plane? It's so freaking, customer service is so gone out the window. It's so ridiculous. I know the guy's probably working from home. I don't care if he's naked. You could just talk to me on the phone. If you could text me, you could talk to me. And then he says, sir, you don't need such profound language. Asshole, the word is profane.
Sanity.
Not profound, you stupid moron. You stupid asshole. Now, another thing that's driving me crazy this week, when we're at home and we're talking amongst ourselves, they don't miss a freaking word we say. They get it right every time. If you mention dildo, you're getting a dildo ad. If you mention a car, you're getting car ads. I'm driving the other day. I said, hey, Garmin, give me the phone. I want to go to Camp Jordan Parkway. You would like the phone number for the Central Intelligence Agency. No, I didn't mention the CIA at all. Then I said, let's try it again. Garmin, I want Camp Jordan Parkway. You would like the phone number for Central Insurance Company. No. Do I sound like, I understand people think we're nudists because I say I'm new to this. They don't understand. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, we're new to this. Nobody does that from Brooklyn. We're new to this.
Do you frequent nudist colonies
and
stuff?
No, I've never been one, but all these people are hanging out outside the camp because yesterday we're saying we're new to this. They think we're freaking nudists. I'm trying to say we're new to this. But
I'm gonna show you some pictures from a gig I did at a nudist colony. Actually, I won't. They're incredibly horrible. You've never seen such a collection of motley people naked. It's just painful.
I can't even imagine.
We're going to go to a break in a minute, but I will tell you this. I started charging more every year because they kept calling me back, and it was such a horrific gig. By the end of the time, we were charging them an obscene amount of money, and I tried like hell to not do it, but that filthy lucre, paying for my studio and so forth.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Susan. We're going to probably have a whole show on nudity. Go ahead, Irish. What do you think?
I just want to find out. I see nudist colonies on the TV and stuff like that nowadays. Okay, but where are the ones you like see in like the movies? Like this is the Baywatch nudist colony or something like that. You end up going to one and you go, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Please find a Walmart.
Oh yeah. There's just too much jiggle. I mean, there's a place and a time for everybody. I don't give a crap what people look like. I'm out of their mind. That's what matters. But I have to just say, when you've got, and no matter what they tell you guys, we have a minute and I'm going to go to break. I will just tell you, they say there's no sex. There's nothing like that. Julie can testify. She's seen it all. It's very
boy.
Why
boy.
Julie can
Jules. Holy shit.
Julie was buck-ass naked.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Jules. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, man. Julie's a wild woman.
Well,
Yeah.
right above Tampa, they have like 5 or 6 of them right
That's
there.
where
above
we were
Tampa.
at one of them.
Yeah.
We were at one.
Yeah. Now I know where
It all
Jules is
comes
going
out.
all the time.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, yeah. Okay, let's
Oh,
talk
man.
about reality. We're
Oh,
going there
boy.
to support Neil and his band. Hey, it's going to be fun. Have you ever been to a nudist colony? Fuck no. I want to go to a nudist colony. You're going to love it.
So wait, let me ask you this: was Neil performing nude?
No,
but
he
Tell the
wasn't.
story.
But
Go ahead.
He's
there
behind
was.
the drum set. He can do it, and he probably won't even notice.
But here's the thing.
I
The
played for
person-
2 years with my pants down in the '80s, just in my shorts, and I would do
Bless
it at every
your
gig
heart,
to see if
man.
the
We
club
love
would
you.
reprimand me. They never did.
We
I
got to
met
go
lots
to break.
I met lots of
but-
new friends though.
we got to go to break. But yeah.
All right. Live
yeah.
with Neve, 10:15. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. We're going to be bringing up Linda Marks. We're going to have some great music, and we have our amazing Ronnie D as well. So we'll be right back.
All right.
And this story
Oh, my
shall
God.
continue at some other
Oh,
point in time.
my
But yeah,
God.
we'll have to
We
fit
won't
that in
forget.
at the top of the next segment briefly. We want it
Oh
all.
my
Julie.
God!
Tell it all, baby. You'll feel better. Get it off
Yeah.
your
Holy
chest.
shit!
Great. Bye.
We're going
Hi,
to
I'm
break.
Trevor Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, everybody. Neve from Live with Neve. We're just having a little fun driver here, so please PayPal me / at Live with Neve.
Hey guys, I'm international singer-songwriter Hira and I'm on Live with Neve. See you guys soon.
Oh, it's happy birthday, Hero. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday,
22
Hira.
years
Happy
old.
birthday!
Guys, if you want to check out an amazing talent from Indonesia, check out
It's
Hira.
so cool.
It is in the YouTube archives. She is just tremendous. I can't say enough good about her. She's 22 and she's so full of life and happy. And what a great chick she is. She's just a great person. So, Julie, before we bring poor Linda on, she's already wondering what kind of thing she's got herself into, I'm sure. I hope she doesn't, run screaming in terror before she comes on. But we love her. And remember, we're just having fun, people. So I hear myself echoing. Mike, I'm going to bring you back. You can comment as needed, but I'm going to turn you guys off for a little bit. Julie, if you want, bring on Linda and let's say hello.
All right. Hey, Linda. How are you?
Good morning.
Good. How are you?
Good.
So how is the weather up? You're in Connecticut?
I'm in Boston.
Oh, you're in Boston. Okay. Lovely town. I love it.
Yeah. And today it isn't raining yet. We've had the rainiest July in history, and the temperatures have been on July but today it's actually humid and it's going to hit 90. So it's a little more.
Same
July.
here in New York. We're doing the same groove.
Yeah. Rain, more rain, flooding rain.
Yes. Where I live, our town is right on the coast. So downtown, when we get these nor'easters or high tide, we were battered to hell in Sandy 10 years ago, and our town's still recovering. So tell me, how long have you been playing music? Where did your musical journey start?
It started as a little girl whose first word was piano, actually. And here's Grace, my musical director. She usually gets involved
Grace.
in everything I do. She jumped on the piano bed. So
Awesome.
yeah. So I started writing music before I talked, and even before I had a piano. So it's my native language.
Well, that's remarkable. I started at about 7 and started to actually earn some shekels when I was about 10. And hell, I've been stuck ever since chasing wine, women, song, and whatever else entertains my shiny objects get me. As you might tell, I'm a little hot wired naturally. That's why I play drums. It's the only thing that keeps me out of trouble. But so you have this new record out. How many records do you have so far out?
Yep.
There it is.
This is Monuments of Love. It dropped digitally yesterday. And
Okay.
my release show is August 1st, where the physical album is officially released. And I'll also at that show be
Are you doing vinyl, physical?
I'm doing physical CDs. Whoops,
Oh, okay.
Dyslexia. So these are my
Right.
two 2020 albums that lost their release show because of the pandemic, Songs at the
course.
Heart of Life and The Piano. And so August 1st at one of the major Boston venues called the Vern, I'm going to release all 3 of them.
Very
But
good.
how many albums I have? I have 10 out so far, with an 11th coming out November 25th, and the 12th starting to be worked on for 2022.
Well, great. You are Susan. My gosh, I'm shocked at you. Are you referring to me? You see what I have to put up with here. I got to tell you, it's amazing. I can't get no respect. So tell me, how does your husband like your work as a performer? Does you ever have any time? I know you're a busy woman. You're a professional. Mm-hmm. Does he ever get any kind of like, can you be home tonight? Do you ever have that?
Actually, I am a single mom who was divorced when my son was 4. But I have a partner who I actually met during the pandemic, and he hasn't had the luxury of getting to see me play live because of the pandemic. He's listened to my live streams. I think this week is the 70th Sunday that I've done a live stream since the beginning of the pandemic.
Right. And
I've done lots of other shows as well, but he actually likes listening to my piano downstairs.
Very cool.
So I don't know the thing about the pandemic is it sort of changes everything. I used to gig 3 to 6 times a week before the pandemic. And I don't know that I really want to go back to that much anymore. I want to do some and certainly big shows, but it's actually sort of cool to do live streams right from my own home piano.
And you do this every Sunday at 10 a.m., right? Is that on Facebook?
Every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 p.m. Okay,
is
great.
my live stream on my Facebook page, Linda Marks.
Wonderful. Well, what are you gonna play for us? I know I like Monuments of Love. That was a great tune. That's just one I would, if you feel like playing it, we'd love to hear.
To play it. It's the title song, and actually that song I wrote early in the pandemic, not having any idea how long we'd be cooped up. So I was asking myself the question, what can we create during a pandemic? And that's where the answer was Monuments of Love.
Great.
Oops, I'm going to put in my vocal mic too, so the piano doesn't overblast me.
Okie doke.
Monuments of steel, where people kneel. Monuments of stone, where we play alone. Legacies we leave, the stories we weave. So when the candle grows dark, there's proof that we were here. Like a pebble in the ocean, life's ripples travel on, extending the reach of our hearts. Loving thoughts and loving actions are the building blocks we use, creating a foundation with roots. Monuments of tears, gravestones mark the years. Monuments of words, lessons to be heard, reminders of our dreams, our journey to be free. So when the candle grows dark, our lives have meaning and worth. Thinking of our neighbors, our family and our friends, charging the light of life inside. Our global heart is healing, one gesture at a time, giving our children a chance. Monuments of art, expressions of the heart. Monuments of clay, sculpted in play. Inspiration is our guide, the divine lives inside, and the fruits of our labor add up over time to monuments of love, a treasure trove for us. Monuments of love, monuments of love.
Neil, I think you're muted yourself, but there you go. Get you back on.
I
There you
really
are.
do like that song. Great lyrics, and
Great.
definitely know how to turn a phrase.
Thank you.
We're almost towards the end. I want to ask you to play. What is your favorite song you've ever written? What really, when you?
Oh my God, that's impossible. But I have a favorite song for the pandemic. It's called Prayers. It's on Monuments of Love.
Yes, I
wrote
heard it.
when my dear friend Bob DeChico, who's another singer, he went into the hospital in the middle of April 2020 with bad COVID, ICU, and ventilated for 4 weeks. 3 weeks in the hospital with a blood clot, double pneumonia, 100 days in rehab, but he survived. And he's going to be at my show on August 1st at the Burren in Boston. So I can actually dedicate Prayers to him live, because when he was sick, I played it. I've played it every single live stream and live show since mid-April 2020. And it's dedicated to all of us.
Well, we wish him lots of health. I mean, you really find out what your life is about when you don't have good health. Health truly is wealth. And I know I've had some major life changes in the past few years. I'm on a diet now too, which I hate. I'm like, I don't drink anymore, but I still have that sugar craving. And, so I have a great bakery in town, and it's just hard to resist, So I've had to wean it down from a cupcake a day to just on the weekend getting one, or if I'm really Jones, then I'll get 2 $5 cupcakes. They're absurdly expensive, but they're just delightful. And, any rate, let's hear you play it. I did like it. I listened to it last night.
Yeah. So this is Prayers, and it's dedicated to all of us, because none of us ever imagined we'd be living through what we've been living through for the last 18 months.
Right. For sure.
It could be me. It could be you. It could be any one of us. Parents, children too. No one is immune. Some are more at risk. We never ever had to live through a time like this. Prayers, hands clasped as one, asking for healing grace, sending love. Tears, we do not know. Will our loved ones survive? Must we let them go? Just a matter of time before the beast grabs hold of a loved one, inflicts this damn disease. Masks and gloves and distance, the ambulance arrives. They're taken from us as we yearn to be by their side. They're on the front lines, nurses and doctors working against time. Us on the phone, separated, wondering, will our loved ones die alone? I never could imagine that there'd ever be a time I'd lose someone so close and dear and not get to say goodbye. Prayers, hands clasped as one, asking for healing grace, sending love. Fears we cannot know. Will our loved ones survive? Must we let them go? Will our loved ones survive? Must we let them go?
All right. Thank you so much, Linda. Great having you on today. You really are. You're excellent. I just love you, and I think I can't wait to have you on again when your new album comes out. I'd love to have you back. You're just great.
Yep. November 25th, my home album is coming out, and it has some really killer songs that I've already been playing on my live streams, and people love them. So,
well, great.
so
Well,
much.
please, just keep us informed. If you need anything, really reach out. We'd love to have you back.
And
All
thank
right.
you for the opportunity to share.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for sharing that. That was great.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Wait, I have a
Little
question.
break.
So wait a minute. I'm baffled since this show started. So Irish, you're actually catching dogs? What's going on?
I can't. Well, the cats climb trees. I figured I had a better chance with the dogs.
I mean, is that what you're really doing out in Detroit?
Oh, I'm doing landscaping at a company called the Detroit
You
Grooming Company.
asshole! I'm thinking the whole time. I said, I can't believe he freaking became a dog catcher. I didn't even know they had them anymore. I'm like,
my
shit.
hobby is climbing trees, so I think I can.
I can't believe you had me going this whole freaking time. I've been dying to get back on to ask you, saying, holy shit, I can't believe he moved to Detroit to chase freaking dogs.
So tell me, how's the Detroit crime report for today? How many murders have we had in the past hour? No, I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Yeah, you got. I mean, I'm in a place called Ferndale, which is it's a pretty hip town. You know what I mean? It's got a lot of really cool people and stuff like that. It's got a lot of small up and coming businesses that are really trendy. And so it's cool. It's cool to be kind of in the scene a little bit, even though I don't live around here. It's a neat thing. But real quick before we go to Brad, I know we got to go. But
yeah, we're
I think her music was like one of those things that makes you realize that everybody's styles and everybody's different genres of music are so important during tragedy.
Right. I absolutely. And I really like Linda. She's works hard and she's a fascinating woman. Very bright.
It's just something that you don't even really realize how important music is until you don't have anybody around to touch or to hug or to talk to.
Right.
And then you refer back to that music to bring you back to your humanity. It's just really cool to hear those styles.
We got to go to break, mate. We'll see you. Come on, Julie, throw us in. Bam.
I'm Keith.
I'm Judy, and our company is Gone Country, and we design and produce our own really unique and fun cowboy hats. Keith and I have tried to create a business that's different by focusing on what's important to the customers. Our quality is so good that we offer a lifetime warranty on everything we sell. At the end of the day, if our customers are happy, we're happy. Check us out at GoneCountryHats.com.
Take a look at the sponsored artists on Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com to find your favorite artist's hat, like Duke Johnson, Sam Rourke, Neil, Jules, and more.
Like a melting flake of snow this year, I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Need.
I would have said it couldn't happen here.
All right, everybody. Here we are live with Neve. It's 10:33 on the East Coast, looking out at beautiful Atlantic Ocean. The slightly, the sky's a little overcast, but we can see New York to the north. My next guest is just, I have to tell you, I watched his video last night for Juicy, and I immediately said, God, I want to be in this guy's band. And then I watched a bunch of his other shows that he's done. Ronnie D has been playing. I've known of him since the 80s, man. I think it was the late 80s I first saw you on the scene.
Yeah.
And you remember how different Tampa was back then? Like how Ybor was just such a skunky little place,
No
all
doubt.
musicians and artists, and now it's turned into this mecca, and I wish I'd have bought a house there. One of those little row houses. I had the chance to get one, and my parents said, you don't really want to live in that, do you? But if I'd have bought it, I would have sold it now for, gosh, a little shack would be $200,000. I'm guessing. I have no idea, but
probably more.
Yeah, there you go. Because I've been looking in St. Pete for a condo or even a small house, and boy, since I started looking 6 months ago, the prices have gone up every month, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. And all this global warming talk people have, I will totally support it in every way when politicians don't buy beachfront homes anymore. No beachfront homes, then I'll know it's real. And then I'll know that and don't get me wrong, I know there is some of this that is definitely scientifically based, but I also think there's a fair amount of hysteria that goes along with that. Most people realize there's definitely something going on. We got China and India put out all kinds of shit into the air. We actually have gotten way better as a country, and hopefully we will continue that. But I just have to say that people on the lunatic fringe of any movement always kind of keep me a little nervous. You never know.
They'll always be there.
They will. And so I find them a great form of entertainment and fun. But back to you, man. When did you start? I know your dad had to have, I actually have to tell you funny. I actually sent your dad an invitation yesterday.
Nice.
And who knows? I'd love to have him on because you know why? For my mom. My mom's still got a sweet spot for him. And
well, he has a book coming out, so I'm
excellent.
sure in his promotional tour for his book, he'll be on. I got an in with him. I
was gonna say you have an in. Maybe you can tell him to hook me up. You know, another guy from New York. Anyway, I'm really from New Jersey, but the city's in my blood, and I'm like in a bedroom community. As I said earlier, I can get on the ferry and be in the city in 40 minutes.
Nice.
Not very fun in the winter when it's like iced over. I've come back from New York a couple times and thought I was on the voyage of the damned. But aside from that, it's pretty cool. When did you start playing? What was your first instrument? Saxophone or piano?
My first instrument was guitar, actually. I had some guitar lessons and decided it hurt my fingers. As a 6-year-old. I wasn't ready for the pain and sacrifice.
Yes.
And then I switched over to piano. I had some piano lessons and then saxophone and school band. That would have been in 5th grade. And
what year did you graduate?
Wow, man, I got to go back. I would say somewhere in the 1980s.
Okay. Well, I'm a little older than you. Not much, but just a little bit. I graduated in 79. And,
nice.
All I could say is, when music's in your blood, I imagine your dad, I'm sure, always encouraged you and helped you out and just told you. Did you go to his shows as a kid?
Yeah. We would tour with him every summer, which was really cool. And
excellent.
he was not a tyrannical dictator. Musically, he let us all find our own voice and our own style and enjoyed the same music we did. Except for the super heavy screamo stuff he wouldn't like. But otherwise, he listened to everything we listened to.
Excellent. Well, tell me, where can people find your song Juicy?
It's on YouTube and it's on Facebook. Just look us up, Ronnie D and the Superstars. We have the Instagram, the Facebook, and the YouTube channel.
Well, I will tell everybody, you're going to see one of the hottest bands. If not, I have to tell you, you're one of the hottest show bands I've seen in a long time. You've always been great. And where you're at now, I just love the tune Juicy. I was commenting to my girlfriend last night. I was just like, man, you got to come here, check this shit out, man. This is cool,
Thank you very much.
And I know you're great. I've always known it because I've seen you for a bunch of times back in those days. They tell me I had fun, but I remember a few of those nights vaguely.
Yeah, if you remember, then you really might not have been there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They were all kind of they're sort of like flashbacks and glimmers now. Maybe that's the acid from the 70s. I don't know.
It's a little foggy. I understand.
It is a little that era, but I don't drink or anything anymore. I do smoke some of the devil's lettuce because it's legal in New Jersey. We also have a medical card, so life is great. Hopefully, the rest of the world will get a little more enlightened. So tell me, you want to play a tune?
Well, I would love to play a tune. And I will, but I wasn't prepared technically.
Sure. Okay.
For the audio. So there's nothing that I love more as an artist, a producer, engineer, is to work for hundreds of hours on a mix and then play it from speakers across the room through my iPhone microphone. So it's going to be the greatest sound ever. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll drop the link for Juicy in the comments of the show.
Wonderful.
But this is what it sounds like.
Man, I love it. I thought you were turning into Prince, man, the first time I heard you open your mouth. In fact, it's very Prince-like. Now that I listen to guitar and stuff, great job. I'm a big fan of Prince, man.
That's what we got.
You got it going on, man. Almost as much as Stacy's mom. I mean, what can I tell you? Actually, I had their guitar player on last week, and it's funny because everybody knows that song. It went huge, got a Grammy, all kinds of shit. But their other stuff is like wow, he told me he hates the song. And his friend who passed away, I guess it's just because it made him rich, but they had to play it every freaking day, and they still probably. I purposely didn't ask him, like to play it or stuff. I just didn't want to. But yeah, he's a cool guy. He lives here in town, actually. He just lives down the street. So yeah. So what do you got going on? You playing tonight?
I am not. I'm happily off this evening. We've been working pretty hard. And I'll be in the studio. I am a co-owner of a recording studio, so I've got to go over there later for a recording session.
Great.
And so that kind of counts as work, but I'll be home by dinner time.
Wonderful. Well, to me, just being in the studio definitely doesn't fall under the work category. And I can be pretty annoying when I decide that 1 hour session turned into 14, and my engineer, poor guy, rest his soul, he would be like, dude, can we go get dinner? I'd go, sure. I just got one more thing. I'm gonna punch in this vocal. I'm gonna go in there. I want you to double my vocal for these 3 choruses. And he's like, an hour or 2 later, he's going, can we get some food?
I understand.
And then he sees a bass player walk in, and I told him it was all vocal overdubs, and he knew he was in trouble. My theory is once you're in, you're in.
That's right.
There's no escape from Skull Island when I'm at the helm.
That's true. We lock you in. We lock you in.
You're locked in. We've got bodyguards. You ain't going nowhere. I found it fascinating. Speaking of Prince, I know he used to wear out his engineers because he was just like a nut. He'd be in there for 24 hours. And
yes,
his engineers really are amazing. There's a bunch of them who've worked for him. And he basically had a whole posse on standby.
For sure. They would be napping on the couch while he would be in there running the rig himself.
Yep.
And then he'd call them in.
Yes. Amazing guy. I really miss him a lot. I can't wait to hear some of the stuff from the vault, but I know in my heart that we've already heard the best stuff because the Prince didn't want to put it out. He had his reasons, and no one can speculate except the man himself. I'm looking forward. They've turned Paisley Park into a museum, and who knows? I'm going to head out and see Irish, hopefully, and catch up with him. Maybe bring him to Paisley Park. Oh, that's in Minnesota, but that's close enough. If you're in Detroit, we can make it. So what's next for you guys? When's your next album going to come out?
That is a very, very volatile question lately. It's being mixed. It's all tracked. Juicy and our latest video, Strangely Peculiar, are the singles from that album.
Great tunes, both of them.
Oh, thank you very much. We're hoping to have it out by my birthday in October or earlier. And we have about 30 songs written for the one that will come after the record that's coming out, which we're going to start recording. As soon as one record drops, we're back in the studio to start the next.
How many tunes do you typically run through before you decide on a dozen or so? How many do you usually prepare?
We're in 30 to 40 range.
Great. Well, for everybody who's a civilian out there, listen to what he's saying, because a lot of times people will come in with a band in the studio industry and they're just not ready for the studio.
Yeah, there's 1,000 things. And here's a standard scenario is I will demo a song and play everything myself, just right here in the home studio.
Right.
And I will preface it with a very nervous email to the band or a speech to the band that says, look, guys, this song, it's me bearing my soul. This could perhaps be the coolest thing I've ever written. I'm very nervous about this. It encapsulates my entire struggle. And I'll play them this song and they'll go, it's okay. If I could write 10 songs and get one good one, I'm very happy. So
absolutely a great ratio, even to get that ratio. I mean,
and you got to not be afraid to suck. That's the hardest part.
Yes, absolutely.
Is you have to write songs that aren't good to pick through them. You have to pick them. You can't be pissed off about it. There's no ego involved in artistry.
Right.
Rejection is our middle name as artists.
Oh yeah,
and
thick
that's just
skin
how it
is a
works.
must. Absolutely,
gotta have it.
You mentioned earlier you think you wrote the greatest song. It's like when I first started the show about 1.5 years ago, I had a couple of my friends that really pissed me off. Now, I'll admit the show was god awful. I had an iPad and I had a phone, and my first interview was Warren Zevon's wife. Nice. And I had to have it held up to film my iPad to broadcast it. It was just like a horror show. And those shows I'm actually putting back in because it was just me. This is prior to Julie coming on board, and she's actually the one who knows about radio and how to format things and how to price ads and all that good stuff. So I can't live without her. But there she is, lurking. Julie,
lurking.
We got 1 minute.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here. You have a question you'd like to ask Ronnie?
Ronnie, you're here in Tampa, right?
Yes.
Cool. Where can we find you here in Tampa?
We just played last night at the Hideaway in St. Pete.
Oh, love it.
Fantastic.
We have an artist in residence status there, and it's every third Thursday of the month. It's a very small, intimate listening room.
Yes.
And what's great about this place is the staff shushes people. And the staff walks over and tells people to stop messing around on their phones.
Right. Good.
And we do all kinds of shows, outdoor, indoor, frat party, freakouts, dance floor, nonstop.
Any nudist colonies?
Yes. I'm not scared.
Yes. Paradise Village. I'm not either. I'm fearless, man.
Yeah. But this place in particular, it's all easy chairs and love seats. And it's a very quiet listening environment. So that is a place that we play regularly. Otherwise, just watch my Facebook and my Instagram. I always post a schedule, and there's events and stuff like that.
And I want to mention I was on Hideaway Cafe's the Hideaway's website in their calendar yesterday because I was looking to book myself and my band, and and then I saw you on there. I saw you on the calendar every what was it?
Every
Thursday. Yeah. I saw it. I'm like, no way.
Well, all I can tell you is I love that venue. I've played there before in my dark past, and it's a great venue. Like you said, they're very music friendly and musician friendly. And I like that because who knows, I got to squeak a trip out down to Tampa, and I will be down for Christmas, but I'd like to get down there before Christmas. And hell, like I said, maybe we'll do the show, a round table with you or something, and get,
you never know.
You never know. I mean,
you never know what could happen.
We can ask some of the Morris boys to join us and have a show just for us musicians. Listen, hang out. We're going to go to the break. I'll be right back with Ronnie D, live with Neve, 11:15 on the East Coast. Peace out.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
All right. That song you heard is my version of First We Take Manhattan by Leonard Cohen. It'll be on my record whenever we get done. Sort of like Ronnie in the sense that I got a bunch of shit I'm working on. And I'll just take as much time as it needs to get right. Had a lot of fun recording that with JR. So we're going to bring Ronnie D back on.
Morning.
Tell us, good morning. You're back and in great shape. What time did you guys get done last night?
Not too late. I think we were done about 10:30, and then
wow, banker's hours, man.
Yeah, it was not bad. And then upon pack up, I realized that Dean Johansson and TC Carr were both there, and
great.
Those are my boys from way back.
Oh yeah, I've recorded TC in the 80s or 90s, early 90s, I remember, and used them for some commercials and ads, jingles at Jeff's, and great guy. God, he's been amazing. That I just have to say.
Virtuoso.
Yeah, Tom Gribbon's another guy that I used to watch. Tom's just great, man. Another Tampa musician. So tell me, who are some of your favorite Tampa musicians nowadays?
Nowadays, wow. I would have to say all my best friends, We have Justine O'Lee Walker, who has a band named Ant Hill Cinema. Mm-hmm. You should check them out.
I'm not familiar with them, but I can't wait.
Cinematic. Prog, rock, funk, reggae, polka, freak out music with orchestral funk strainings. It's incredible. And then, of course, I like my son's music, AJD and the Indigo Project. My other son, Jacob, is a jazz composer, and he's doing a record at our studio. He's on Instagram as Jackbo Beats with a Z.
All right.
Got to have the Z on.
Does he look like you?
He's way better looking than me. Yeah, he's like an Abercrombie model. You can see his picture at the mall if you walk down the lane and pass Abercrombie. But
hey, man, you got the good genes, man. You know,
hey, it's from my dad.
We're Paisan. Where do your people come from in Italy? I know you're a Brooklyn guy.
Bronx guy, actually. Them fighting words.
Did you know Goombi when he lived there?
I did not know him there. I only know him from this neighborhood.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, but my mother's side is from Naples and Napolitan, and my father, of course, Sicily.
Ah, well, you guys won't like where I come from. They always say we have the nose, Piemontese, Milan.
There you go. Yeah,
and
northern.
But you know what? People don't realize, I don't think, if they've never been to Italy or if they're not Italian, that it's really not a country in the sense that it's a country. Yes. And Vittorio Emanuele didn't even make Italy. He had to combine all these areas that hate each other traditionally.
Yes.
And last time I was there was 12 years ago. And I have to tell you, it's still people Italy's an interesting place. I found myself amazed at how friendly they were when they found out I wasn't a German.
Yeah, well, the northern Italy, you might as well be from Germany.
Right. In fact, I went there once, and it was the middle. I went to, let me think where it was, Sestieri, which is about 30 miles past Milan on west of it.
Okay.
And it's a ski resort built by Mussolini. And so when I got there, the big, huge building, this fascist building, monolith thing, there was a couple that were running it. It was closed, but they left the bar open. So I went in, my wife at the time, excuse me. God, that was a mess. Anyway,
don't get in trouble.
Yeah, right. So she's long gone. I mean, God, thank God. But at any rate, I'm still paying for it till December, so that's okay. It was one hell of a party. That's all I got to say. But when we walked in, they thought I was a German, and the guy looks at me. He goes, "Deutsche?" I went, No, Americano. And he looks at me. He goes, "Oh, George Bush." George Bush. It was funny shit. You know, everybody in the States was hating on George. This guy was like so glad to see me. And then he came out. He said, his wife goes, "You have to cook for them." He's like, "I don't want to cook." He goes, "I make you a cocktail." And he was going to make a special blended aperitif. And my girlfriend's like, "I want a glass of wine." I'm like, "Shut up. You don't want a glass of wine. Let this guy make you something, because he's making it from the heart." And by the time we were done, I ate there almost every night when I was in that part of the country. It was just great.
You made a friend for life.
Absolutely. And, I know you and I both being in the music business, I got friends all over that are friends for life, whether I talk to them now or 10 years ago. There's a brown bar in Amsterdam that when I walk in, they'll be amazed this time, because they usually have a bourbon sitting there with a glass of water and a lime. And they've done this. I've been there, a bunch of times, and the guy sees me. It's the father and daughter, and the daughter is 6'5". She looks like Brunhilde. She really needs one of those helmet like from Wagner.
Yeah, the Viking helmet.
Yeah, they just like walk. I walk in and they like, "Oh, I haven't seen you so long." Come running over, bring me my drink, and it's just great. That bar has been in existence. It's one of the oldest bars in Amsterdam. It's called a brown bar, for those of you who don't know. You can't smoke weed in there, people. It's not like you're down in the quarter, so get your mind right. Just you go in there, and like if you're hanging out, it's an old European place. They bring you food. They don't charge. You're sitting there. If you're drinking for a while, they come out, bring out plates of chicken wings and all kinds of stuff. And I just like the vibe. I used to go to the smoke shop, load up. Then I'd go to a bakery and pick up a bunch of pastries. Then I'd go to the brown bar and eat dinner. And, it was just really cool. And we have friends all around the world. You want to tell us who's in your band? Is that?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. There's lots of key players. And the reason I call it the superstars is every single member of the band could carry the thing by themselves.
Absolutely.
On the keyboards, we got Andy Beer, and I've been playing with Andy Beer since D-Force.
Wow.
And he's one of my best friends and a virtuoso on the keyboards. And he's a disgusting multi-instrumentalist that also plays saxophone and harmonica.
Excellent. Wow.
On the bass is Lamangelo, who's just the most super rock solid bass player who could play all the styles. He's got chops. He's got soul. He's got, most importantly, taste and feel.
Yes.
Which
That is very important.
Those are my favorite two senses.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On
Yes.
the guitar, we, as of late, have been playing with Gary Shutt. We, of course, play with my son, AJD. We play with Justino Lee, who's my brother.
Mhm.
We have on the vocals, my sister, Jamie. Drummer could either be my son, Jack Bo Beats, whose real name is Jacob, or the legendary Leroy Myers.
All right.
And me. Depending on the size of the show we're doing, we have horn section, which could include Mr. Trace Zacher, Mr. Andrew Garrison. He's in a lot of the videos, as is Trace, Nick Breedle, Kyle Schroeder, just whoever's around that wants to show up and jam. The whole show has charts. And thank goodness, most of the horn players, they memorize the show. They don't have to have the charts.
Right.
Good,
right.
good.
Well, I would imagine, you guys, you're at it. And I find when you go out, if you have a new band, you first get out, it's still flaky. But once that initial flakiness goes, it's like turning the key on a
No doubt.
machine.
Everyone gets comfortable. And I would be remiss if I did not also mention that Mr. Brian Rice plays saxophone, and he's in a lot of the videos with us also. He would be an interesting guest for you guys, by the way.
Yeah, send me some, if anybody that you know that would be a good guest or members of your band, I'd love to have them on. And I'm writing a book about the Tampa music scene.
Well, he is a aficionado and absolutely an expert on the Tampa Bay music scene.
Well, great, because I definitely need to talk to him. I said that it would be out by the end of this year, but I have 400-something people I'm working through. And every time I talk to someone, and I've had like all the usual suspects I'm going to have in it, but they all then turn me on to somebody that I might have forgotten.
Nice.
Like they'll go, "Oh, you forgot this. Phil Fest reminded me of you," because when we had him on, we were talking about D-Force and stuff. And now, let me get it right. I believe you guys just were working on something together at your studio.
Yeah. Phil is my brother, and my studio is his studio. So he came in and did some recording, and also made 3 videos in one whirlwind day. With 3 costume changes, 3 set changes, and 3 videos.
Oh my God, that's so much work.
I have to tell you, I've never worked with you before, but I may have to change that, because I love getting down to Florida, and I've got so many great musician friends that, I'll call them up. We'll have a hell of a fun time. And
time to work.
I look forward to it. I definitely want to see your place. Do you shoot all the video at your place? Did you shoot it all, Juicy?
I shoot some of it, but sometimes we hire, I wouldn't mind hiring the guy with a $20,000 camera.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Can see it. Yeah, you can see it in the video quality of Juicy, for example. It's just
I do the directing and the editing, the producing, a part of the engineering, a part of the mixing. But at our studio, All Access Recording in Clearwater, our chief engineer, Doug Johnston, has the golden ears. He has gold records, Grammy nominations. He's worked with a ridiculous cast of characters. So when it comes to the mix, I kind of get it in the ballpark, and then I step away and let him make it into a 3-dimensional piece of sonic.
Yes, the sonic integrity is unbelievable on it. I really, I can't say enough to you people. I listen to a lot of stuff. I hear music 24 hours a day usually, and I'm gone.
Sorry. So, hey, Ronnie. Cool.
Where did he go?
I don't know. I don't know if his battery died or what. But,
wow.
Yeah. So, hey, there's Irish. Irish, did you have a question for Ronnie? Or hey, did you have a question for Ronnie?
Well, briefly. So, given today's music, it's so hard anymore to get out of the 3-chord genre of, it has to be 3 minutes long for a song. It has to be, it has to contain, chorus, verse, chorus out. How do you navigate a
Well, I think he was asking how you navigate that through that 3 chords.
I was getting the gist. If you're chasing something, you're late. And if you're trying to be a certain thing and fit into this certain style. I mean, I totally respect that. And as a producer, I work with artists all the time, and we take a proven template and we paint by numbers, and we do what we need to capture what that artist wants. There's no right or wrong to it. And I appreciate it and respect it. And I've done it. But the place I am now as an old guy, you know, I am not the TikTok generation. I'm not trying to get on the radio. First and foremost, I have to like it, and I have to feel comfortable with it, and I have to know that it gets my artistic intention across. So if the song turns out to be 5 minutes long, or in the case of the song on my Thank You Music record, we have a song that's 21 minutes long.
Wow.
It's called The Funk Is Calling Your Name. Yeah, thank you. And that's what I'm going to do. I make the music now. Like I said, for a long time, I was caught up in the follow the template, get to the chorus in 30 seconds, you know, and thank goodness for those days and those songs. But where I am now as an artist is I'm going to document my artistic integrity and my intentions and my creativity for my legacy.
Good for you.
And that's all it's really going to be is, you know, the 500 or so thousand views we have on the videos. I'm hoping a third of that is people watching it again, or maybe even 3 times. And that's what I'm going to leave. So I want it to be that it was really me, that it was what I intended as an artist.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Thank you for sharing your time. And we really look forward to having you on again, and we can hear you play and everything live. And I love your videos. Everything is.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, definitely. I will be checking out your calendar and then coming down and checking you guys out and seeing you guys live anymore.
Well, Jules, thank you very much. And again, give me the heads up with regards to the technical aspect of it. And I have a recording studio, so we could set up any sort of input that you need with regard to streaming and audio quality. And I mean, I played my song through this mic.
It sounded cool. I could see, and I could still see it and hear it. It sounded
well,
great.
Thank you very much. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you later. So we're out. We go. Bye.
Peace and love. Peace and love.